My mother could take, apple pie and a peach pie, and I would say to Mom, how do you make this pie so good, Mama? And she said, well, son, let me tell you something. If you ever make a pie, you must always have and make a good crust. It starts with a crust.
Mm-hmm. But most people ignore the crust.
And that's the crust. And I share with so many other people about how good is your crust. In other words, have a good foundation to begin with, because if you don't have a good foundation, you will go back and forth, not sure about everything else that you do in life. You have to know. You have to start with a good foundation. And crust relate to, yes, your business. How do you spell crust? C-R-U-S-T. It will tell you about everything that you do in your level of understanding what it is that you do in your profession. C, are you committed? Are you committed to your work? Because when I came into the insurance business, I didn't have option B, option C. And I could be half in, half out, but I was totally committed. I was willing to die for it. Are you really committed to what you're doing, or are you half in, half out? Goes all the way back to what my mother taught to me about to make a good pie, you got to begin with a foundation. The second thing is C-R-U-S-T. What kind of revelational knowledge? What do you see? How do you see yourself doing the job? Number 3, what is your understanding? How do you understand what you're doing and how I have changed the lives of people through the miracle of life insurance that I offer? I understand now. And then the fourth letter in that is never about the money. It's always about service. Take my gift, my talent, my ability, and use it on behalf of another. Never for me. The service. Service always first. Then, the last thing, transformation. How have you been transformed? In other words, are you the same? I'm not the same man that I was when I first came into the business. I've been transformed. I'm not doing the same thing that I was doing 45 years ago. I've grown. But what if you don't get that? Do you stop? Do you stop giving because someone doesn't validate? If you don't have a good crust, you will.